All right, we are out here in El Segundo, California at the Zimmerman Automobile Driving Museum one more time for their auction. They're auctioning off a few vehicles as well as a lot of the stuff, the memorabilia you saw inside and the displays and things like that. So I'm out here for the auction preview, and there should be a lot of interesting stuff for sale. I know stuff that's of interest to people on the channel. How many events we filmed over here over the years, Malaise Days, the reunion show, various other shows as well, and we're gonna go get started right now. We're gonna do a sweep through the museum. Most of these cars are going to Indiana, and they're gonna be auctioned in Auburn, Indiana. We are gonna get to the ones that are for sale in this auction, which will be on the 19th. I will put a link in the video description to the auction. You can bid online. By the time this video is up, the preview will be over, as I'm planning on posting it a week after I film it, but still before the 19th, since I've got no car shows to film on President's Day weekend for some reason. But most of us do remember the museum and all the amazing vehicles here. So we're gonna go get started with the stuff that is for sale, and there are gonna be some vehicles for sale, which I'll try to get the lot numbers for everything as well. So if you remember, this was set up to look like a Packard showroom from like the 1930s, like, you know, Simonson in Santa Monica, or there's the one on Colorado Boulevard near me in Pasadena. We got a Coke dispenser, fountain dispenser. Cart not included. Okay, any of these you want to read, anything I tell you, read the description in the auction if you're interested, because that'll give you the actual, if I'm messing something up. This is lot number 1069, so anything with a lot number is going to be up for sale. Also, I was thinking about going out to Oklahoma for the Starbird show, and like my Roadster show video was doing really well. Cool, I'll book it tonight, and then my ex booked a trip for that weekend. So that's why I have nothing for President's Day weekend. And the van meet that's usually that weekend, as far as I know, isn't going on. These are various signs. 1173 is the Hudson. A lot of these are recreations of signs, so they're not actual real signs from back then, but they had them redone. The Studebaker one is 1143. We got a Graham one. If you go through the auction, I'm not going to read the numbers for all of them, the Dodge Brothers. And I should mention, I'm most likely buying a car again, another car, like I need another car. I put an offer in a car in a estate sale. They called me back, said, can you come up a little bit? And I said, yeah, and then, so we'll see. This was at 1059 is a cash register, National Cash Register. I know the ones that are really ornate have a bit of a value. 1164 on this one. This one's a Sundwall company out of Seattle. So I don't want to say what the car is, just in case. I have not given them the money and I haven't got the car yet. So, but it's actually not far from me. Got a radio. This one's a Brunswick 4 radio. 1212 is the lot number on this. 4 radios. I don't know if the stuff's in the back or not. Looks like the chassis is in the back. I can't see the speaker because they have it up against the wall, and I'm not going to move it. This looks like a real sign, though. The California Auto Body Association sign. It has a little patina on it. Lot 1078. Little Pennzoil sign. I've got a vintage Pennzoil sign myself. These might be any of them you want to look on there, though they were honest. They obviously have to be, being an auction company, and they let you know which ones are recreations. This one's a real one, probably from the 70s, I would say, this Auto Club approved mechanic sign, lot 1073. Obviously, signs can go for really good money. I'm sure most of you know. This one's cool, Flight Positive Wheel Balancing. 1227 is a lot on that, and a ASC certified sign, probably something more modern. 1195 on that one. So the lot number. So the new car I'm getting will most likely be a flip. We'll see if I get it running and it runs good and fall in love with it. But a vintage safe. There you go. Keep your documents safe in a safe.
Part of the Zimmerman family, they're not part of the auction.
A Aston Martin poster frame. Looks like a XK. I don't know if it's the same lot. British sports car prints. The other one's an XK Jaguar. The Andy Warhol poster. It's not like I don't think it's a lithograph or anything fancy like that. There's that. Lot 1137. I'm pretty sure this is just a poster. It's not like a Andy Warhol print, which would be probably worth it. All right, some more of the posters. This one looks like, this is one they came out with some stamps with Duesenbergs. Lot 990, you've got hood ornament print pictures. Lincoln poster. We got Lincoln Mark 8. How about Hal Roach Studio? That was over in Culver City. Frame prints. It's got Laurel and Hardy. There you go. That's pretty cool, actually. That was actually not far from where I grew up, over Culver City area. So we got a bus fare. Stuck the coins in there. Lot 989. Trolley bus fare box. I guess they use this for donations. Some rugs. That's not something that really interests us too much. But one of three. I guess they could be used for like a railroad buildings. That's probably what those are. It's batteries. Looks like a Model T. Various gauges. Corvette lot. Looks like 995 are the model cars. Train. Oh, it's a train set with Corvettes on it. There's a whole bunch of train stuff here. You can go through this. I'm sure if you go to the auction and type in train, you can find all. And there's a lot of car guys that are also train guys. More train stuff. A lot of the stuff's part of the same lot. Like here's one that's got a G-Series van on it. Got a bunch of car books here in one lot, 1085. Collection of mechanical stuff, a distributor, looks like an air cleaner, a piston. Lot 1086, they got a head. That's for a 1941 Plymouth Flathead 6.
Steve
Lincoln sign.
and Van Dyne.
Assortment of automobile parts. There you go. That shows like NOS parts maybe. There you go, one of those turn signal kits. You can go through, I'm not going to pull everything out every lot, or we'll be here all day, but you know, oil dispensers, various books. I swear we'll get to the cars eventually here. Sunray Globe, of course, Globe gasoline pumps and globes are, I know there's a bunch more gasoline pumps here. 1107. The globes go for good money too. There's people that collect the globes. You paint your car. Motive tools. Some of these, unfortunately, I went around the wrong side to get the lot number. We got some hot rod pictures. 5 of them, 1132. That's the lot number. Standard Oil well. It's a well marker, I believe. Porcelain sign. Got a spotlight. Is that a Unity? Yeah, it's a Unity spot of some sort. Looks like a couple sirens. Things like that. It's like a cooler. Got this vintage chevron clock. This is decorative. This might actually, I would do some research on anything that's like that, as stuff like that was repopped. And I'm not an expert on that stuff, so I will say if it looks, that does not look old, so it might be, yeah, I could pick it up for a second. A couple AC Delco, and just a chevron clock. I'm gonna look at this. I think it's a repro. I could be wrong. If you're an expert on those, let me know. A cooler. It's about a, there you go, Ferrari painting. Ferrari on Europa painting by River D. There you go. Or sorry, I think it's River, no, it's a River D. Got a Clark Gable cutout. Probably old movie fans. This one is 1216. So you two could have a Clark Gable cutout in your house. There's some more paintings and furniture and things like that. Here for more of the automotive stuff. How about some Studebaker stock? I actually have a bunch of stock certificates I need to go through myself. There you go, Studebaker Corporation stock, Packard. I'm sure these are, obviously they're not, they're either canceled or I think these might be unissued ones. No. Actually did a little research. And it comes with the 3 different ones, 1, 2, 3, 2. I have a bunch of railroad ones. And some of them are cool because they have pictures of trains on them. 1211 is the Columbia poster as well as the Kaiser Frazer poster. RC Victor floor model 1152 floor radio. Honestly, I'd start walking around like there was a kid in there. It's just habit, I guess. I always try to walk around when there's kids or something. 1146 vintage baby carriage. How about this really cool Delco tune-up sign? Porcelain, that's vintage. 1139 is the lot on that. A license plate map. Uh, 1064 is the lot on that. Got furniture. I think this is from the showroom in here. This is actually a very nice couch. Actually, there's a matching, it's like a matching set. There you go, 115. If you're looking for a couch, I don't know. I have a really nice couch. I don't need a new one. There's the matching couch. Oh, some poly motor oil cans. I think these are probably all emptied. These look like they made them so for the display, so they're not real cans. Those don't look like these are real, like the Quaker State is real. So I said, any of these you want to blow up the pictures, Marvel Mist oil can. I'm not going to go through each box. This will be the longest video ever. So we'll display. Yeah, you got a Cannonball book. I think that's out of print. I've actually got a copy of that I bought years ago. I think we should be on the other side because it's like the lot numbers are displaying onto the other side from here. Here we go. We got a Nissan, probably dealership display from 1991. So for all you rad era guys, 1126 is the lot number on that for the Nissan display. Clark Gable and his Packard. In fact, this is the room you remember that you had the Packards and the Duesenbergs parked in. It looked like an automobile showroom. Got a vintage Craftsman ratchet set. It might still be under warranty with Sears, if you can find a Sears that's still open. V2 engine artwork. Some service tools. Lanterns. And gas station related items. We got a Shell gas sign. That feels like a reproduction. That looks like a reproduction. That's a cutout. That's like out of like a Saturday Evening Post ad that they framed. Chevron lube guide. Couple of posters. We got Hot Rod Deluxe. Those remember that magazine. So a couple posters. Got a Rose Parade poster that's framed. I think they must have used one of their cars in the Rose Parade. I'm not going to go into all the posters. This probably comes as a set. Got a Le Mans or 12 hours of Sebring, I'm sorry. Nissan poster. This is a framed poster. Not sure if it's a real one. Obviously, there's a lot of reproductions and stuff like this. Do your research. I know if it's the real ones go for really good money, but we see like Z Gallery. I remember the Z Gallery store at the mall. They used to do all that stuff. Pontiac, black and white. It's like a photograph that's blown up. 1016. Some pneumatic tools. More books. More books. How about a bus? 1990s future bus. Lot 1005. I know there's probably some bus collectors out there that would love to have that. Automotive, like a tester. And a piano. Well, they've been throwing all the keys. Lot 1 of 2. I think it comes with the bench. And we got a Victrola. I've owned a few of these. This is like a deluxe one. Model VVXI, 1068. Does it have any extra records? Anytime you find a Victrola at a sale, open this because sometimes there's extra records down there. That's where you kept the records. And the knobs are missing. This opens up, and that's like your volume control, how far you have these two doors open. It's got an old Victor record on there. And your serial number plate, whenever you find a Victrola, you can actually look up the the year it was made. And a lot of times these would get little holes popped. I don't know if it's going to come through because the way when you transport them, the needle's sticking up and it'll pop the top there, which it did on this one. Looks like it's very restorable though. I'm not going to turn it because I don't want to mess up. There's a spring in there that if it's unwound, it's a bit of a pain to get it put back right, but I'm not going to try it. And there's a lamp. Yeah, we're going to walk through. These are the cars that are not for sale, but they are nice to look at. I'm sure many of you have been through this museum on several occasions. Nice Packard. These ones are going back east to Auburn to be auctioned. A dual cowl. Okay, this oil pump is in the sale. Lot 1075. Fuel cart. I got a poly. I don't know if this whole. I know they're selling like you can buy like the whole gas station. I'm not sure if it. I don't think it includes the pumps though. Obviously, these go for really good money. If you know, you know. 1225 is a lot on this one. Yeah, it's just this pump in that lot, and then we got the oil lubester. There you go, 1219 on this one. Poly gas. So I know that they were selling this, and then there's the garage display as well. Now we'll just walk through here. This car is not part of the sale. In fact, they already kind of to be sold. Okay, the other auction is going to be April 26th and 27th in Auburn. I don't see anything else for sale back here. You can go through the listing and be there for forever, just going through that stuff. We'll just do walkthrough, even the stuff that isn't for sale, since it's nice to look at. Ford Roadster. Continental. Model A. 51 Ford. Pierce Arrow. No, they did have a Pacer. Here's an Edsel 59. I've owned a few of these two-door sedan Rangers. Got Plymouth. But you really want is to bid on a bench. There you go. 404. I think it comes with a lot of Ford benches. You have somewhere to sit. Not for sale. We got the hot rod. They said also some of these cars are owned by different people who are on loan to the museum. So I can't say that every single car here is going to be in the Auburn auction. There you go, Sun test equipment. That's just a cool display, just because. And again, this auction is going to be on the 19th. It's an online deal. I don't think they're doing it in person. Various awards. Not going to get like too crazy with it. Yeah, Dry Lakes. I don't know if there's any little. I actually like this stuff. I've got a few drag race trophies, which I did a short on the ones I found a while back. Not an auction. I think that's where they blow the money up. Is that what that is? You can buy some jacks, 1198, or some jacks, and then a little toolbox, 1097. And this is the service display. I think you can buy the actual facade. A couple gas cans, creepers. That one's got the Pep Boys. You get the Pep Boys on there. If you haven't watched, I have a video on the channel of me reading a 1959 Pep Boys catalog that like 5 people watched, but it's on the channel, I swear. Ignition parts, 1193. I found a Pep Boys catalog from '59 at like an estate sale years ago, and then said, yeah, let's make a video out of it. I think that was during the pandemic when there was hardly anything going on. Another jack. This is a Walker Rolla car. I think that's probably for actually moving like a car around. Call a supercharger. I'm sure the race guys are going to be after that. There's the rest of it. A head for a, what year is that for? Pierce Arrow head. So I said, and I know there is a separate lot, they've got the actual facade, which I'm sure you'd have to get like a crew to come in here and remove, just like the gas station. Okay, not the sale, but man, it's a crazy, it's an airflow. These are always beautiful cars to look at. Got the Mercury Woody with the surfboard. Come on, that needs to stay in California. It's got a surfboard on it. Oh man. I got a Dodge military vehicle. This is the Bantam. The Cadillac. Packard. We're going to go to the ones that are for sale are in the ballroom area. If you've ever went to an event here, there's a little ballroom area. Crosley, OMG, Metro. These gas pumps are, you might want to check. Here's a gas pump. I don't see a tag on it. It's a Texaco. Oh, this one does have a tag on it. Obviously, I'm probably going to miss something here. 1070 is this Texaco visible gas pump. It is tall. Hopefully the lighting isn't too terrible. I'm going to try to walk a little slower. Cars. Here's a SO pump. Obviously, gas pump stuff, do your research. It's very collectible to this day. 1187 on the SO pump. I am by no means an expert on those. I just know from, I mess around with jukeboxes. Got an Austin Healey 3000. Nice 2+2 Mustang. A Wagoneer, Studebaker. That's a nice car. It's a Daytona Wagoneer. Now we're going to bring, we got the mobile pump, since we're looking at stuff that's actually in the sale. 1065. There you go. Of course, the Wagoneer has the roof that slides in. It's got the little red Express. I don't know if I even should be showing you guys this stuff. It's like all this stuff where you're like, Yeah, man, I'd like to bet on a little Red Express. It's like, who wouldn't? Also, if I get that car, I'll make a little video on it, the one I'm supposed to buy. I need to call him tomorrow. 1060. In fact, I'm very lucky. I sold a jukebox a couple weeks ago. Took that money, bought another jukebox, and then with a little bit left from the profit on that, it's like part of the money to buy the car that I'm supposed to be buying, but like I said, I don't want to say for sure because we have an agreement. That's all we have right now. 57 Ford retractable. She got 56 Plymouth. All right, now we're getting some of the vehicles that are for sale. There's more outside too, so there will be more vehicles than this. You got a Continental Mark II. So a little bit of checking in there in the paint. These were not Lincoln. These were Continental. Well, most people just call them Lincolns, but lot 1240. In fact, it's listed as correctly as a Continental, not a Lincoln Continental. Although people generally just call them Lincolns. Lincoln Continental. This is the ornament. Continental was actually a separate division of Ford at the time. So it looks like a pretty nice, just a worn original car. Look at the interior. The leather. This was, I believe this is the most expensive domestic car that year. You can look it up. I'm not 100% sure. Like movie stars and dignitaries and famous people own these. Got a Ducati for the motorcycle crowd. 1244. 92 Ducati 51 Strada. So the Desmodronic valves, I'm not sure. Yeah, Desmo Quattro. So you have to go to a guy who really knows how to adjust those valves. It's a Ducati 851. I'm not a big Ducati guy. I just know that the valves are like a big deal on those. Like, not a Model A. Only a two-door sedan. Fire car. Fire rescue. Looks like it's there. Currently tagged, black plate. It's probably been in California for quite, what frame is that? West Los Angeles. I can't see, BF Goodrich. That's kind of a cool frame. Let me get the lot number for you. 1236. The driving museum made it to look like a fire chief car. A lot of these cars were driven around. You could actually come down here and they would drive you around in them. So it might be the case of that. Obviously, it's got tags on it. Eldorado. This one was last tagged in 2018. Came from Casa de Cadillac on Ventura Boulevard in Sherman Oaks. It's an amazing showroom if you've never seen it. This is the Eldorado convertible, Barrett's, 1242. This one has the 4100 motor, everyone's favorite. Of course, these are pretty deluxe as they are Cadillacs. Got the optional grill, so it's an aftermarket. All the dealers would put those on. Got a Plymouth Valiant Signet 200 V8 car. These are just great cars. So there's a flat tire. Lot 1239, it's a 64 model. I have completely lost contact with the guy I sold the 65 two-door sedan Valiant to. And the one I got running, I tried to do a is it running video, and I literally put a starter solenoid in the car, and it started and it ran perfect. It was the world's dumbest is it run video, will it run video on YouTube. That was, I don't know how many years ago, and I wound up selling it to a guy I know. And a Falcon sedan. Another one, these are great cars. I've had a few of these. This one is a 63 model. Lot 1241. It's got the 170 with the automatic. I think every Falcon I've had has had the, except for the 64 Ranchero I had. I've had 61s and 62s. They all had the 170 inline six. I've had had a 61 Ranchero, a 62 Ranchero, a 62 Falcon Squire, and a 62 two-door sedan Falcons. They're easy to work on. They're a great entry-level car if you're just getting into old cars. Parts availability is really good on them. Of course, they were the basis for the Ford Mustang. A few years after this, or a year after this, a 1950s amusement park ride vehicle. Oh, there's a lot number. 1045. So this was part of one of those rides. I guess the cars would go round and round and round. And we got a C4 Corvette. Very clean one. It's got little paint problems there on the bumper. This is a 1985, so you just missed. This is the first year of the tune port. 1237 on this one. This is the lot number. 56,000 original miles, and it's the automatic, which in these years you pretty much want the automatic, not the stick, because they had that 4+3 until a few years after that. Very nice condition. The seats are good. That's when they put the wood grain kit on the dash, which was very popular in the 80s. At least it's an 85, so it's a tune port. It's got low miles. If you're looking for a good C4, it's got an aftermarket spoiler with a Corvette embossed in it. It's like the door handle is duct taped. So it probably needs a few things here and there. It's an 80s GM vehicle. It's going to have those typical 80s GM things going on. About a chassis. It's a Crosley. I saw this in the auction or on the online. 49 Crosley demonstrator chassis. So of course Crosley made radios, and then they started making cars. About 1050, and I believe they were the first micro car built in the United States. I think they are considered micro cars. Everything's labeled on there. A Crosley demonstrator. There we go. We got a Gilmore pump. There's Gilmore. Their oil wells were in the Fairfax district. Farmers Market. They owned the Farmers Market land and Grove. 1150 on that one. I say with any of the pumps, obviously do your research. I'm sure people are going to be bidding on these who really know what they're looking at. This was the price for fuel. 17 cents for fuel. 1234 is a lot number on that. Would you like to buy gas for 17 cents a gallon? I know I would. Not sure if this one just has a 2. This one's lot 1183. Their Loopster. This one's set up like for displaying stuff. These are obviously reproduction signs, souvenir type. So if you look out there, there's still 3 more vehicles. There's like a Ranchero, an AMC Eagle, and a city car. So I think the case is for sale. 1 of 2. 2 of 2. So this is lot 1040. So we'll find what other case. So if you need a really nice display case, there's a lot of model cars of, looks like they're fairly more recent ones. Very nice cases though, wood. Oh, there's two cases. Okay, this is the split here. So it's two cases. And that's why it has a second. That's where the other tag is. So if you bid on the cases, it's basically that big long case, but it is actually two cases. Got another Lubster, 1209. This one's branded for Shell.
All of these have some bids on them already. The cars do.
Here, 1129,
Kept 10 cars. Didn't shoot them.
which are cars. You can look up all the cars. I think you can blow up the photos. Sorry, the fire extinguisher is not for sale. You need that for the fire department to keep them happy. 1175. Our Lubster, not painted, but a few more pumps. There's a pump face. 1196. Branded Chevron. That's good for like just putting on your wall. A few more of these. So it looks like it's missing the guts. There you go. How you doing?
I was just telling him about your Rodney Dangerfield.
I got no respect at all from anybody, you know. I come over here, I gotta look at some cars, let's look at some stuff for sale. All right, you know.
You gonna make a wife comment?
No respect. What is it?
No respect at all, I'll tell you.
Door in the back door.
All right, we got the Chevron. Oh, dude, we'll leave it in the video. Why not?
Fix your tie though.
I got the tie. I got the whole suit. I even have the Caddyshack outfit too.
Do you do stand up or what?
Yeah, I used to. 1125. People used to ask me like, oh, do you do? You know, you remind me of Dangerfield whenever I do stand up. So I started just doing Dangerfield. And we're going to continue. I keep running to everybody I know here. That's how it works. 1955. 1025 is a 265 small block Chevy V8 on a stand. No, I'm not going to go searching for numbers, but according to them, that's what it's out of. I got some more of the stuff. You can look up the stuff online, but you get the idea. This actual case is for sale too. This is a big one though. A big house for that one. 1204 for that. Got the drive-in speakers. 1220. There's stuff everywhere. Here's one of the 4 benches. I think some of the stuff from inside the diner. They used to have ice cream and food and stuff too. There you go. Packard 8-cylinder inline engine 1035. Remember getting my daughter ice cream in there years ago with my mother. My mother came down for a show that was here. Chevy cutaway engine. That is fun. Like it's got a crank. Okay, this is a museum. We'll try to crank it here. 1214. Oh, there we go. There you go. There's your cutaway engine. That's fun for the whole family. I'm gonna better put the lever down so someone doesn't trip on it. But there you go. Cutaway engine. Any color as long as it's black. Art piece. The Model A grill. Lot 1105. I think some of the various posters on the wall. There's that glove box sign. That was the name of the restaurant. So there's probably stuff I'm missing just because there's literally stuff everywhere. The Mobile Pegasus 1090. Obviously this stuff is extremely collectible. As mentioned, anything gas is. Lot 1230. Love your car. Art piece. And I think that parts and service sign is in the auction as well, but I can't see that. There's no, obviously it's way up there. I can't get to the number if there's a tag hanging on it. Actually look through the auction. We'll go outside, we'll check out the outside car. I'll do a quick walkthrough. If you're looking for like 50s style table and chairs. They got you covered, and we're going to go out and hit the remaining vehicles. Not sure if the food equipment's in the auction or not. These all have tags on them though. I believe the Texaco signs outside are in the auction as well. In fact, if you look at the background picture on my channel, I'm wearing my Dangerfield outfit. I'm kind of standing, you can see this in the background. That's been my background on the channel for quite some time. That was actually taken at one of the Malaise Day shows. Here we got a 59 Ford Ranchero that's in the sale. This one's seen some better days. I don't know what the lot number is. It does have a little bit of rustiness on the roof there. We can critique. Come on, it comes with a what, a body board, so boogie board, and what are those? Couple boards. It says barn find. They have a this one has what transmission? So it's got the 2-speed automatic. So I'm guessing 2-speed automatic probably has the 292. Let me see if it says on the thing. There's probably gonna be photographs of this car with the hood up on the. It is tagged till 2020, so they hit the pandemic and stopped driving it. The roof rust is pretty bad. So it looks like it did come out of somebody's yard. I don't see where it says what motor it has. There's the display though. If I were a betting man, I would say, you know what, maybe since they are sale cars, I mean, I could pop the hood. I'll ask here in a minute. All right, we got an AMC Eagle. It's got personalized plates on it. There you go. This one is in the auction. I don't see a tag with the lot number. I know it was in there. 88 Eagle. It's right at the end of American Motors. You might want to look. It probably has last tagged in 91. So she's been sitting a minute. So that's an 88 last tagged in 91. That might have had stickers peeled off. Yeah, there's newer stickers that somebody scraped off, would be my guess, because an 88 last tagged in 91 would be something pretty amazing. That'd mean they only drove it for 3 years. But it looks pretty clean. And you can look up the VIN numbers probably in the auction, decode. A lot of these had the 258, so that might be what's in there. Don't quote me on that, I don't know, but I don't know because I can't get the hood open. And we got a city car. This is actually an electric car from the 1970s. This is like what your Tesla would have looked like. And this used to sit, I think, in the back building in like the extra lot when they had a lot of cars at one of the shows. She got the lead acid batteries. It's like a golf cart. All right, I'm gonna do the outro in the spot where I got my banner picture for my channel. That's gonna do it for the Zimmerman Automobile Driving Museum auction. The stuff that they're selling here. I'll put a link to the auction in the video description so you can look it up. If you find it before the 19th of February, you can actually bid on this stuff. A lot of great stuff. I'm sure there's more stuff that I didn't get because it was in a crevice or behind something or whatnot. But a lot of amazing stuff. If you want a piece of this awesome museum that we had for so many years, unfortunately we lost. Check that out. If you're interested in the other cars in the museum, I believe those are going, they're Worldwide Auctioneers is doing the auction on that in Auburn, Indiana. In fact, I talked to a guy who I've known for many years who works for Worldwide Auctioneers. I talked to him for a bit. You know, the guy I was in the Edsel Club with, and he was telling me, yeah, that stuff's going to get shipped back there. So if you're interested in any of the other cars that you remember from the museum or the ones you saw in the video, check out that auction as well. We got a lot of great stuff coming up for you on the channel. This one's going to post on President's Day weekend. Weekend after that, we got another auction. We got McCormick's auction in Palm Springs. And then I believe the weekend after that we have the in March, early March, we're going to have Pomona swap meet. I think it's on the 2nd. Check that tentative list. It'll be in the comments section shortly after the video post. Let you know what I'm planning on hitting in the near future. Like the video, subscribe, leave some comments, and until next time, I'll be seeing you.